y'all, and welcome to my little creative life. In today's video, I just wanted to share my journaling ecosystem and kind of just talk all things journal. So if you're not into like chatty, talky videos, this is not going to be for you, but I will show my daily diary in the next video. So that might be more your vibe, but if you kind of want to see what journals I use for 2026, let's go. In this video, I just wanted to share my journaling ecosystem with y'all. Here it is. This is it. That's the video. I'm just kidding. These are my daily journal, I guess, stuff that I kind of reach for on the regular, but I am a certified journal girl. This video is just going to be me yapping about journals. There will be no actual journaling going on if, you know, that's not your vibe. I just kind of want to share what works for me because journaling is having a moment right now and I am here for it. So I just kind of want to share what works for me and how I journal, because everyone's is going to be different and you just kind of have to find what works for you. And if you look back on my videos on my YouTube channel here, you'll see that I have tried just about everything. I've tried making my own journals. I've tried traveler's notebooks, A5, A6, bullet journals, a bunch of different planners, traveler's notebooks, Hobonichis, all the things. And this is kind of what works for me. Like I said, these are my daily girls. I have a planner, kind of a daily diary, and a junk journal scrapbook. But I am a confessed certified clinically insane journal girly, and just like within arm's reach I have so many journals. Like I got this big bad boy for Christmas and it's beautiful, like the paper in it. I want to turn it into a Book of Shadows grimoire. I had the smaller version. This is my kind of tarot journal. I've just got oracle and tarot information and stickers in this little kind of folio. I think this is from Documented Journey like a million years ago. I have so many journals, all the things. This one is kind of, like I said, my tarot journal. But it's beautiful. I love them. So this is kind of like my witchy, spiritually journals, but I also have, let's see, these two are right behind me, and this one I keep in my little pouch. It's just kind of like an art journal. I use it to clean off my paintbrush or test pens, and then I'll just kind of turn that into a journal spread or little random things out of my purse, pocket. I don't know. It's just like a cute little journal. I love this little guy. So random. Oh, this one's cute. Those were punches. And just random, very random. So cute though. I love it. It's chunky and tiny and adorable. So I've got that little journal. This is my sewing. Oh, we're stuck. Sewing journal. I don't know. I'm trying to get into sewing, so I've got this. And this one I honestly never reach for, but it's just kind of an art journal thing, mixed media. You can see I don't really reach for it, but I've got all the journals. I also have a giant drawer. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. I don't want to mess up the camera, but I'll show you my giant drawer full of journals. So like, I don't know. I guess you don't need to see every single journal I own. I'm just trying to say that I've tried it all. And this is kind of what works for me. But I have all the journals. I'm a stationary, crafty girl at heart. But like I said, these are my dailies. So all that to say, I have all of the journals. I've tried all of the things, and I love like stationery and journaling and arts and crafts, all of the things, but these are probably the three that I reach for most often. And honorable mention is my iPad. I love Procreate on doing kind of like digital art or digital collages and sketches and stuff like that. So honorable mention is my iPad, which I use daily as well. But as for journals, because that's what we're here to talk about, I have a Hobonichi Weeks planner. This is like the cute little cat cover. I feel like everyone got this cover, so I tried to add just something a little different. I used the striped cover on cover, and I love stripes, as you can tell, so I just thought it made it a little bit different because I feel like everyone got this cover because it was just so cute. So I also paired it with this cute little Pachaco pen. I love it. I love the little white dog on it, and that's why I got this journal, because I had a little white dog named Honey. She passed away January 1st, 2026, so it's been a rough start to the year, not gonna lie. But I don't know, that little dog reminded me of her, and Pachaco reminds me of her. So yeah, I've got this cute little pen, and I just thought the little white dog went with the little white dog and little white cat. It's so cute. I love it. And I like having a cover on cover because my desk is normally a mess and there's paint and ink everywhere. And if I want to throw this in my purse, it keeps it protected, and I have a little pen loop. So yeah, this is my Hobonichi Weeks. I have some pencil boards and all of the stencils. I use them sometimes. A bunch of stickers. And then the months I don't really use. I am unemployed and I don't have any kids, so I don't have any plans. So I don't even need a planner, but I have one anyways because it's cute. And I use it kind of as like a running to-do list and an art journal. These are just images I got off of Pinterest and I printed them out and stuck them in here. Look, literally no plans. So boring. Yeah, I just use it as a running to-do list and notes. I also have a book log. I'm an audiobook girly because I cannot sit down and just read. I need to be like doing something and listening to something. So here's my audiobook list, and I'm trying to like print off the covers. But that's pretty much it. It's only the first week of February, so there's not much in here yet. Like I said, I have no plans. I don't literally need a planner, but I have one anyways because I've had a Hobonichi Weeks since I think 2017 or 2019. I don't know. I'll have to like go back and look on my YouTube videos, but I might have privated that one because I really don't like sharing journals on the internet, even though that's my whole channel, because people read your journal and I think that's weird. So that brings me to my next journal, the Hobonichi 5-year. This is the Hobonichi 5-year journal, 2023 to 2027. So I'm on my 4th year, which is crazy to see. And I haven't really shared much of this on the internet because I don't know, y'all weirdos have no boundaries and will read all of my secrets. So I haven't really shared this much. I'll share bits and pieces, but I don't know. I don't really have like any secrets. Most of the daily journal entries just kind of say I smoked weed all day and doom scrolled. So I don't really know what I'm scared about, you know, getting out there, but there is some like fun little doodles in here. Like I said, my life is so boring. So most of the days I'll just do like the day of the week or something to fill in the spot. Sometimes I'll do little journaling. Since I'm in my 4th year, I want to try and fill up the right side of the page because so far in this journal I've just been trying to like keep up with the daily journaling bits. I haven't really worried about the right side of the page, and if I were to like redo another one of these 5-year journals, I would probably turn it into a 10-year journal and just use like the right side of the page to do the next 5 years, because you have a little section, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see. I don't want to slow down so that you guys can read anything, but there's like a little 10 lines. Oh, that's not a good example. There's 10 little lines for every single year, and then this whole side of the page is blank, so you can add more stuff. But as you can see, I haven't really used the right side of the page as much. I'm trying to fill it in with like art and all of the things, but I, for the most part, didn't need any extra room. So I would use this and just kind of continue it on for a 10-year journal, which is crazy. A 5-year journal in itself is already crazy enough. Like looking back 3 years, 4 years from now, whoops, and seeing like your bad habits sucks. Like having a journal and revisiting things, you'll notice patterns that maybe are good or bad. Who knows? Here's a blank page. This is kind of a good example. And I don't really concern myself too much about blank sections or days. I can just do like big patterns. Who knows? But each year has a little section, and then the right hand side of the page is completely blank. So like I said, I would just maybe continue on the lines and then continue on for the next 10 years, maybe 9 years, because each page has a quote. I don't know. You could just white out that. I've done that on a few pages. But yeah, I love this journal so much. I honestly would suggest every single person to keep a 5-year journal. I love this thing so much. It is a prized possession. And like I said, it is, oh, that's not finished. It is humbling. It is really interesting to be able to look back on things, and you know, your everyday life is, you know, you may think is boring, but I still write about it, like word vomit, how I'm feeling, or a little doodle. Whoops. That's why I also haven't shared it, because I don't know, these are cute. it's my journal. I don't know. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I like a lot of rainbows or black and white. Look at, like, that's most days. This is kind of fun. It's like shiny-ish. Schmabby-lock. It's just random. Like, I don't know. This is probably boring. So that's pretty much it. I just try and do like a little bit of journaling or a little doodle every single day. I love this journal so much. I would probably grab it like in a fire if there was an emergency. It is a part of my soul, and I like hope it outlives me and somebody finds my diary like 100 years from now and enjoys it. Yeah, New Year's Eve. Like I said, I would suggest everybody get a 5-year journal. It is so near and dear to my heart. I've got a little pencil board back here, and I just use the multi-pen ballpoint pen that comes with the Hobonichis. I also really like fine liners or mild liners. I try and use like waterproof supplies most of the time, so like acrylic marker or watercolors. Anytime I do any like lining, I'll use waterproof pigment markers, fine liners, or like waterproof materials, because you can see these pages are really thin, but still they handle like acrylic paint beautifully, watercolors beautifully. I love the Hobonichi, and like I said, it is near and dear to my heart. Oh, this is my disgusting, very well loved, I'll call it very well loved kind of pencil board situation. I have a scrap sheet of paper, and I just kind of make a little sandwich with my pencil board. I'm not an Astro Boy fan, but this one is cute and it's shiny and it's like sandwiched inside here, and I'll put it behind the like current day that I'm working. I really need to catch up. I am like already behind this year, and I was behind all of last year. I think, you know, not journaling also tells a story. You know, I'm not gonna spill my story on the internet, but you know, it's just so interesting to look back on a journal like this. So like I was saying, I need to catch up, so I think I'm going to film that video next. Maybe I'll change my camera battery and try and get caught up in my Hobonichi 5-year. So if you want to see like actual journaling on my journaling channel, make sure you're subscribed, and that'll probably be one of the next videos, because like I said, I need to catch up. And last but very much not least is my composition notebooks. This is a brand new one. Isn't she beautiful? I like to put the year and the volume number on the spine. There we go. And add like a bunch of stickers on the front. Look at her, she's empty. This is how she starts, and this is how she ends up. This one I just filmed a flip through for. The video is already on my channel if you want to check it out. This one's not that chunky, but she is full of memories. So like I said, I'll have that video linked if you want to check it out. Number 31. I have a full playlist of pretty much every single journal I've done since volume 1, which is crazy. Yeah. So that is my system. I use this for junk. I call it my junk journal, scrapbook, because I only try and write or paint or add very thin layers. Like I'll add pictures or I'll add washi tape, but I try not to add any layers other than like paint and pen. So all of my like physical ephemera and junk and stuff that probably a normal person would just like throw away, packaging, Like, I'll throw that in a composition notebook, and I just think it's fun to like look back on packaging or have like physical memories. Like, these are cards that my grandma sends, and I love her handwriting so much. I have to save it. I'm a hoarder, but my justification is that it's not hoarding if it ends up in a journal. So like, this is my favorite ramen, and this is just a spread I did about that. I went to Tractor Supply. That's a spread about this. Like, I love these caramel cups. This was what I filled our Christmas stockings with. My paint markers, like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. It's literally just a journal full of trash, but it's memories to me, and that's what matters. So like I said, like, you'll have to find your journaling system, what works for you. This is what works for me. Here's my Halloween-esque one. This is my favorite spread probably ever. Look at that. So cute. So I need to finish up this one, and then I'll do a flip through. Like I said, I have a full playlist. If you want to see any of my previous composition notebooks, make sure you're subscribed. If you want to see any of my future composition notebooks, I will also have a video kind of catching up in my daily diary. And then I don't really share this because there's nothing in here. I'll do a flip through at the end of the year though, if you guys are interested. But that is my journaling ecosystem, a very long-winded, yappy, chatty journaling video. So if you're still with me, thank you so much. And until I see y'all in the next video, stay creative. Bye!